Yeah, thank you. It's very nice to meet you here in Taiwan. This is first time to Taipei for me, and I think it's very chilly now. I don't expect this chilly weather, but I expect more. I think I can meet more earlier than the Korean people to warm spring. It's still chilly in Taiwan. I think this may be one of the effect of climate change. Okay, I'll introduce the Koreans' experience on green growth policy and briefly explain the adaptation policy. For the green growth policy, I'll start with the background of green growth policy and how we made the paradigm of green growth and 10 policy actions for green growth. Now there happened some changes in the detailed targets, but the direction I just still continued. And first, I should explain the background for our green growth policy. In the graph, you see how Korean economy grows in 1960s. We are very, very poor countries, and in the end of 1990, we closed our government economic development plan, and also I graduated my university in 1985. After the end of the 1980s, Korea private sector grows so fast. So that is based on the several factors, but the IT-based economic growth is booming. And now we are experiencing several economic recessions, and Korean government think about what's the new direction for our economic growth. As you show in the light graph, the GDP growth rate was nearly 10% between the 1970s and 1980s. But after 1990s, it decreased so fast. And as Dr. Lim explained, the long-term growth rate will be nearly 2%. And the yearly export increase rate also decreases. So Korea need new engine for economic growth. The other important condition is climate change impact. As many researchers showed, the Korean average annual temperature increase is much more than the global average. And the temperature increase is accelerated recently. But because Korea is most urbanized country and a heavy industry country, so the CO2 emission will be the economic problem and the climate change problem also. One of the most inherent basis of green growth is the energy security vulnerability of Korea. As Dr. Kim explained, now most of the energy, 97% of energy was imported from the other countries. So the Korea, if the oil price shot more than $120, then we have to spend most of earnings from the electricity and the car markets. So that's so the Korea is very vulnerable to energy prices. So as you see in the right graph, the global oil prices varies very, very fastly, and now it is more than higher than the $100. So if it rises more $120, then we have to sacrifice our exports to import the energy. So there's three background is the why we have to make green growth policy. As I explained more briefly the growth of Korean government, the last 60 years economic growth is quantitative growth by the urbanization and the heavy industrialization. But we need a new growth path for the economic growth and climate change and to secure our energy. So we think this is, in the next 60 years, we need some qualitative growth by introducing low carbon green growth paradigm. In 2008, at the start of the Lehman Brothers new government, he announced that he had to put forward low carbon green growth as the core of the Republic's new vision. That is not a promise for in the presidential election, but after he was president of Korea, he considered the low carbon green growth policy should be the main core of Korean government policy. So this means that the decoupling of economic growth and the carbon emission. So we introduced the government main policy, but this is first the national challenge to make it real. But we do not sure now, but we are going now. The main success key is the green technology as a new growth engine. If we can make it, then we can improve our quality of life, and it will contribute to the global community. First of all, to make this policy, the Presidential Committee on Green Growth was formed in the January of 2009. This is the main control center for all over the government action for the green growth. The task of this committee is to coordinate and review the low carbon green growth policies of all the governments and set up action plans and policy measures for green growth. For this green growth, we made a 5-year national plan for green growth in July 2009. And to support this plan, the Parliament make the Framework Act on Low Carbon Green Growth in March of 2010, and that was this law have very this law. Some people said this law is law over the law, because there are many sentences and decisions to overcome the other laws. So this is very strong tools to make the green growth. In July 6th in 2009, we approved national strategies for green growth. It includes 7 objectives and 10 policy directions. The vision of this plan is to become the green growth leader in the world. And actually, we set the policy target year to 2050, but we think we need some more detailed action plan. So finally, we make a 5-year plan for green growth. And also, during this Lehman Brothers government, we want to be the first mover in the green growth in the world. This is the medium-term plan for implementing low-carbon green growth, and the outcome of broad-based discussions among the various stakeholders and civil society and business members. The first target is climate change and energy. The first strategy direction is to mitigate the carbon emission. To achieve this midterm mitigation target, the 30% reduction of BAU by 2020, we have to establish the carbon monitoring and mitigation system. And actually, we made some government organization to make some inventory for greenhouse gas emissions. And we also some mandatory measures to the major economic players to report their greenhouse gas emissions. The second one is concerning to energy security. In 2009, the energy intensity was 0.37 ton of oil equivalent for 10,000 US$, and it is too high. So we have the target of 0.23 in 2020, and also to make this one, we have several tools to increase new and renewable energy supply, and also we have to enlarge the use of nuclear energy. But now we have, in the circumstances of big dispute for the nuclear energy, and we also to have planned to expand offshore energy development. And the third one is to adapt to climate change, because until this law, we have a very brief countermeasures for the adaptation policy in Korea. So in this strategy, we need to adapt the climate change. So that we established the climate change monitoring and early warning system, and we want to reduce the health risk, and we want to secure the food supply. And one of the major presidential promise for the 4 major liberalization project was also one of the measures to adapt to climate change. And second objective of this strategy is green growth and economy. The first one is to develop green technology. This committee concentrates on to hold to all of the R&D programs to focus on the green technology. So we made more than double the R&D in the green field. Through this R&D, we want to make share the global market of 8% in 5 years. And we also encourage and foster collaborative projects with the world's leading green research institute. Before this strategy, Korea does not the business in Korea does not consider seriously of the green economy or any renewable energy. So this plan was the turning point of the business sectors to the green growth. And the second strategy is to foster green industries. One is the greening the conventional industries. As you know, Korea have various main heavy industries, something like the petroleum and steel and the shipbuilding. All of these are very energy intensive and heavy industries. So we need to upgrade the industry, upgrade and innovate to make the efficient technology for energy. And we have several targets for the green partnership companies. And I have to, in your handout, there is some mistypo for the resource circulation rate. That is not a double, but the resource circulation rate should be 50% in 2009 and 80% in 2012. And the third one is the changing the industrial structure. If we maintain the heavy industry structure, then we cannot decouple the energy and growth. So we need to expand the more service-oriented economy. So we are planning to hybridize the industry and some kind of healthcare, education, financing, and banking industries, softwares and tourism industries. That's through this restructuring industry, we could achieve our CO2 emission targets. Next one is building the green economic basis. That is one of the tools is to develop the carbon markets. But as Dr. Kim said, we hope to start our carbon trading market in 2015, but that is on the way in Congress. And also, we want to promote green financial infrastructures, but still now it doesn't work so smoothly because as you know, the bank is most conservative actors. So that is one of our problems. And we want to create green jobs through these strategies. But that is still now on the way. And the other one is making greener and the CO2, reduce the CO2 emission through the nationwide and the transportation system. This, in Korea, many of the CO2 emission was emitted from the buildings. So we need to renovate the home and green buildings. And we also reveal the new city model. And we promote green cars and bicycles, railways. Actually, the Korean government transferred the budget from the road system to railway system. So we want to share the transportation by rail to 26% in 2020. The third one is the people's participation and the international cooperation. The first one is green revolution into daily lives. This is very important because if the people, the consumer, do not behave to purchase the green products, then we have no chance to make it a real economic world. So Korean government recently introduced the green card that includes the eco point and the CO2 emission points. And finally, Korean government is working to increase the green ODA more than 10% by 2020, and also it launched the Green Growth Institute in June 2010. And Korea hope to host 18th COP, but we failed, and Qatar hosted it. But still, Korea is working to make some pre-meeting and related meetings. Now I briefly introduce Korea's climate change adaptation strategies. As Taiwan, as you may know, Korea is experiencing very heavy climate change impact in the various fields. So actually, you can see the coastline was disappeared by the sea level rise. And by the Framework Act on the Green Growth, we revised the National Strategic Plan for Climate Change Adaptation. That is a 5-year plan. That they have 7 sectoral adaptation plans and 3 basic plans. That is focused on health and to rebuild the infrastructure to reduce the disaster and to secure the agricultural impact, and to improve the forestry productivity and preventing a landslide, and the strengthening competitiveness of marine and fishery, and the fall river restoration project was a major investment to reduce the flood damage, and the ecosystem should be preserved. And we will plan to launch some of the satellite to monitor the environmental conditions. We want the first adaptation business as an opportunity for the climate change. And the Korean Adaptation Center for Climate Change have a role to make some newsletter and just make information systems. And this workshop is one of the international cooperation example for this climate change adaptation. And as you know, Dr. Che, and also I was a member of the Korean Adaptation Center for Climate Change. This is government-supported Center for Climate Change. And the task was three-field: the international cooperation and developing the climate change adaptation policy and adaptation options, and sharing the adaptation knowledge in the nation and for the international level. I think I'm sorry that I just very briefly introduced this policy. All of the materials could be obtained in the website in the Presidential Committee on the Green Growth and the Korea Adaptation Center for Climate Change. Thank you.